GRYSKLL.
What was the spark? How old were you, and what was the spark that got you started writing?
Oh man, I used to make up songs about my mom that I hated her when I was like 4, 5, 6. I was such a bad little kid. When it came to rapping, I think, you know who I think really like had me. I was a huge Criss fan when I was a kid. I think I might have been like, was it 90? What was it? 91? I think 91, 90.
Somewhere around
yeah,
there.
I was like 6, 7. I was a real kid, and I used to just be like, I would be making up raps and shit, and then apparently I was good. Like all the other older kids were like, yo, like that's you, and I would just be rapping off the top of my head. And I think when I got to like, I want to say by junior high, by like 7th grade, I was like, I wasn't writing songs. I was just like rapping. You know, when you don't really know the format, you just be writing and shit, just rapping. And back then I used to like tell stories or just like be write about my life. I came from some traumatic shit, and I would just put that shit in a song format and make it funny and shit. It's like, it was like my therapy. And then by the time I got to high school, forget it was over. I was a monster. I had to rap in New York when you had to rap. You couldn't just be like, you rap. The second you say you rap, they be like, you rap, let me hear something. You gotta rap on the spot, and you better be hard. If this shit is trash, you can never rap. You can never come around the block or the neighborhood or any of that shit again. So like, I really came up when you had to rap, like rap. And I don't knock anybody in they hustle, but listen, I rap. Like I came up when it was rapping, real rapping. So like, you know, back in the day when the drug dealers would like basically put money on you and they would take you around to other people's neighborhoods. I don't know if they did this shit outside of New York. Basically, they would take you to other people's neighborhoods and shit. Because, you know, like, oh, I know the for money, she rap better than what. And that's what they would do. And they'd be like, yo, don't fuck my money up. And I'm like, okay. But that's the type of, I guess the dynamic I came up under with rapping. And like, I was back when I was rapping too, it wasn't really a lot of girls rapping. So I came up when, I think, like I like Salt and Pepper and Queen Latifah and like the old school women, but I'm just talking about like with like in the schools and shit, girls weren't really rapping. It was usually the dudes rapping. So when I got I want to say to like high school, I think that's back when Remy Martin started getting real popular. She was doing all the smack beat battles and shit. And she was, I was like, oh, here's a woman rap, and she rapping. She not just on rap, she rapping. And I think she really like lit the fire under me, because it was like, oh nah, like there's a lane for this. Granted, they pushed that out. They did a lot of bullshit industry wise with her, but I think So I guess Chris, to answer your question, Chris.
Yeah. So when they were putting money on you, were they putting money on you against dudes too?
Of course, I never rapped against a girl like in that setting. It was always, like I said, it was usually just me. I was the only girl. People hated me. I'm gonna leave it at that, man, because I was smoking them boys. They used to be so, then they would try to get personal. You know how boys are, they would talk about your looks first, whatever you know. That's when I had to learn how to be mean. I was like, oh, we doing this? Oh, forget it. We talking dusty? Oh, watch this. And I used to be going out. Like, that's why your mother's a crackhead. I used to say some mean shit. I ain't give a fuck.
Wow, okay.
But I'm like, it's rap. We rapping. Like, you can't tell me like to, show out. And then it's like you said with the wrestling, right? You ain't want to like not like go full throttle just because he only had one leg, right? Like, you wanted to give him the same respect in a sense. So I'm yeah. And you gotta remember too, like coming up, I'm a girl, and like guys could be fucking mean. So I had to learn how to like, not take shit personal, just have a thick skin, but just like, all right, cool. We just like cracking jokes. Bet I'm gonna flame you. I know everything about you. I know all the girls you like and can't fuck. I'm gonna rap about all of that shit. I'm gonna rap about the fact I never dated you and you was bitter. All of that shit. I get real personal. Like, I psychoanalyze you. I want you to kill you. You either gonna want to love yourself after you hear me rap, or you're gonna want to kill yourself. And I'm adamant about that one in every form. So just tread lightly. That's how I approach rap. Tread lightly, man. Either God is writing through me or Satan. So you decide which one you want to hear. In a good way. Listen, I talk shit. My catalog, hold up. Like, you can't see it now. It's my phone. My catalog is insane. On my phone alone, easily 1,000 songs. Easily. Like, I really do this shit. I write every day. I rap every day. I practice this shit like I'm shadowboxing. People in the street pass by me and I be, I look fucking crazy, but I treat this shit like the sport that it is. But it's also therapy. I know my calling. I know my purpose. People learn. They listen to me when I have to say. So I make sure that I also use it righteously, because there would have been a time and place where I was not who I am today. And if y'all were to hear me a certain kind of deal, I might have been selfish with it, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't probably not give a fuck about the type of music that I put out. But now I'm very conscious. I understand the power of the tongue. But I also know my audience. Like I said, people don't be trying to hear that conscious shit. It's like when I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'm not gonna run up on you like, oh, can I please offer you some advice? I'm gonna talk to you how we talking now. Like, yo, bong. I want to make sure you understand I'm you. Like, I know that I come from the same shit you come from. I just don't be crying about it. That's all. But I can give you some real fucking. We need people need that spiritual nurturing, so to speak. And that's why I'm not spooky. Like, I know, like, people think I'm spooky. I be talking that like that witchy shit, but it's I know my audience. I'll joke around. I might talk witchy shit. I might talk alchemy. I might talk whatever. I might talk drug shit because I sold drugs for half of my life. It's nothing to be proud of, but I put myself through college. I sold cocaine through school and shit. But listen, at the end of the day, people listen to rappers. That's the reality. You can't. So if you're a rapper, you can't be like, well, I ain't signed up to be a role model. You fucking did. You're making money off these kids, right? So what are you telling these people? What are you telling these kids? And there's a lane for everybody. When I was coming up, yeah, we had Little Kim and Foxy, but we had Salt and Pepper. I did have Remy Martin. I had MC Light. I had Queen Latifah. I had Moni Love. I had Yo-Yo. I had a fucking array of women to choose from. I wasn't just given one one archetype of a woman. Now they just giving you one archetype, and all these young girls running around thinking that this is what it means to be a woman. And then the young boys on the flip side thinking, oh, this is how women are, so this is how I need to operate with women. It's all programming. Like, and you adults making money off of this shit, man. Like, you either a pimp or you the hoe, right? Right, media pimp? He didn't even acknowledge me. I got it.
He nodding.
You good.
Listen, I can't really see with these fucking icons. This shit is... listen, I'm like zoomed dunce.
You on your phone or something?
Nah, I'm on a laptop, and you know what? I didn't make it full.
You gotta hit the little...
I had to make it full screen, but I was also bullshitting around online. My bad.
Yo, so the transition from writing rhymes yourself and battling, like, when did the transition from that to doing joints in the studio? When did that happen, and how was that transition for you? Like, I know a lot of people struggle going from battling to making songs in the studio.
Like I said, I was always making songs when I was younger. Like the construct in terms of like a hook and all that, just something catchy. I used to do that shit just goofing off. But when I was in high school, matter of fact, I want to say I think it was my senior year, I did that's when G Unit was really popping. And 50 of them used to have they had the mixtape circus on lock, and they used to remix all the fucking whatever songs was hot at the moment. And then they like what was it? 50 Cent as a Future, I think, was the very first one that had like all the LL Cool J remixes and everything that was popular. And that shit stuck with me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. But I ended up making a CD in high school, and it was like a mixtape kind of thing. But I made that shit mad funny. So I think I had like some Fabulous joints on there, some Cameron joints. I think I had some 50 joints on there, but I made my own songs, and the shit is stuck. And I was like, oh, okay, like people really, like they like songs more than they like that battling shit, collectively speaking. So, and then now as I'm older, like when I got older, when I was in my 20s, it was more so like therapy. I was able to like really, shit that I would never express to a fucking soul, I was able to express that shit. I have music that nobody ever heard of, they probably never will, but for me, I had to actually write it down and record it just to get that shit out of my system. So it's also my therapy, and I keep that shit, so hard. I love rap. Rapping is my passion, man. But you gotta remember too, like rhythm is that's the first fucking way you get to the brain. It's the sound waves right there. So anytime you say something, listen to something, it's going straight to your subconscious, man. So it's a lot of power. People got a lot of power that they don't use wisely. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just trying to catch everything to make sure, you get a full or at least a better understanding of my mindset. So when I be talking crazy, I'm not just talking shit. I really got a lot of shit to offer, but I also know whatever, like, people be mad fucking goofy in how they respect you. Sometimes you gotta be like, nah, like I know some shit, but like I know some shit, like leave me alone. Like, I'm not the one. That's what.
Did you ever battle anybody famous?
Anybody that's out now? Nah, like not like too famous. Maybe like the New York circuit. I'm gonna be real with you. Nah, you know what? I'm a hold that. I'm a shut up because
they always do that. They always do that.
Yeah, nah, because I ain't trying to fuck nobody money up. Like, it's people I know and they make money, and sometimes I'll say this: if you come to me privately, you're like, yo, like, hey, like let's just keep that shit. I got a situation here, and if I respect you, especially if you feed in a family. Like, I'm not trying to take no money out your kid's mouth, so I'll leave it at that. I respect it. It's a hustle at the end of the day. I get it. Privately though,